pass from Havili was magic. The shift on for Crotty. Boom, far down you go, Quackett Smith. Me, oh my, I have enjoyed that. Yes, boy.
Sit back, relax, put your belt on, enjoy the show.
And welcome to the Draft Rugby Show. I'm your host, Kargi, back and ready to steady the ship, in a podcast that, with one less Dale this week, will undoubtedly be at least 50% better. Joining me, I do have the remaining Dale, a man who is sitting very pretty towards the top of the OG League fantasy table. That's right, listeners, you guessed it. Nelson. Nelson is joining us. Mate, sorry, apologies. You have to pardon me for that. When I was writing, it's what we're used to, mate. How are you, Nelson?
But I'm doing well. Like, I can understand it's confusing for you. You're rattled. You're coming dead last on the table. 0 from 3. It's been a tough few weeks for you, mate. I'll just give you a bit of grace here. Bit of calm grace.
It's true. No, thank you for that. It's look, they say it takes one to know one, and no one knows it better than you. Having lived on the bottom of the table and gone through those tough, it wasn't really tough
mate,
weeks.
History
it was
for me.
Tough years, really. So, thank you for
me. It's current for you.
Thank you for your empathy and understanding. But, mate, when I was writing this, I almost thought you were top of the table this week. You're not quite there yet. Very close, but it got me thinking, like, how long has it been since you have found yourself top of the table? And actually, I couldn't actually be bothered to go back and look for it. That's the kind of thing we need, Harry. He would take the time to go back and look. But have you even been top of the table since I started playing this? I don't even know.
Yeah, 3 years ago I was top of the table.
All right, well, we'll get Harry to fact check that. But
not including the last 3 years, 4 years ago, I say.
Okay, here we go. Here come the loopholes, but no, very good. Anyway, we can't keep him waiting in the wings in the green room. Joining us, replacing Harry this week, very excited and very keen to have for his 11th pod cap, the super sub, New Bum, joining us, mate. It's been a while between drinks, between pods, actually. I could see you having a beer right now, so that's good, keeping that up. But in keeping with tradition, I have to ask you, who was your super sub of Draft Rugby Round 3?
Yeah, well, first of all, thanks, guys, for having me back on. I thought you forgot about where you come from. Now you guys are all famous in the rugby world. So this week...
I'll take it. I don't know what you're talking about, but we'll take it. That sounds good.
This week, I will take Wetu, Where's Your Kimono Mono Douglas. He is the super sub. He was named to start off the bench, and he actually started. Which was excellent for me, being a Wetu owner. And he had a massive game.
A recently picked up Wetu owner. No, it's this might be a little contentious, this one, because we do like an actual super sub that comes off the bench during the week. But look, we can tell you were very excited about Wetu doing a great job for you. But unfortunately, not enough. Not enough to bag you the win. I'm surprised Nelson hasn't got in here yet. But Nelson, you faced up against New Bum.
I thought this wasn't going to come up.
Well, you felt wrong, mate. What do you think this is?
Don't we have to push on with time or something?
No, we've got plenty of time, mate. You really struggled this week. I felt sorry for you there.
No, New Bum, you have to let Nelson enjoy his time in the sun, because it's basically a 364-day eclipse most of the time. You know what I mean? Like, he gets that one really short burst of it. You got to let him have it. It's only fair. So. No, but look, listeners, it's important to note that I am, in fact, I did get his name right. His name is New Bum, after inviting his younger brother to join the OG League last year.
Mistake.
And no less our 2020 OG League champion, Christian Namung. There was a deal struck where the losing brother, they both go by Namung, the losing brother was banished to New Bum. So how's that feel, mate, with your younger brother not only coming in and winning in his first year, a feat which you've been yet to accomplish, I think we're 6 years into this now, but also stripping your name away, mate? How does it feel?
Very degrading, mate, to be honest. Very degrading.
I've never heard you lost for words, mate.
Enough said.
To the core.
Okay, I will just I will just say that was the first time you've got any name right on this podcast, mate. New bum.
That's true. Well, I mean, to be fair, Newbum did do a pretty good job with Wetu Kamakamo Douglas, the Uber driver, Where to Douglas.
Name's not Wetu, it's Fetu, but yeah.
Look, it's good having someone else who has my same, language skills. No, anyway, we really enjoy that, the name battle. It first came in when we had two Harrys in the league, and the losing Harry was named Larry. And I actually still know him as Larry. That's actually the only name I know him by now. It's that kind of ingrained into my mind. So
he was my best man, and I still call him Larry most of the time.
That's it. So look, hoping Newbum really catches on for this year, but particularly it might if he can't get back above and claim his name back this year. But look, alas, we're giving him a hard time. He's joined us on the pod. He's come back. And
thank you, boys.
And so we should certainly move on. 11 caps. That's good. Well done. Now, before we get into the menu for tonight, in finishing the intro, I'd like to thank Brendan Shields. Actually, whenever I read his name, I always think of Brad Shields, the Hurricanes and English international star. But no, thank you to Brendan Shields for joining us, or joining Harry and Nelson, or when I say joining, putting up with Harry and Nelson last week on the pod. And yeah, thank you for his great insights and his statistical analysis. He was provided some really good value. So if you haven't already, do yourself a favor and you can get after him on Twitter at rugbycology and check out his website at rugbycology.com. Nels, how was that?
Mate, I heard some really interesting insights, and I think it's stuff that, fantasy managers could actually take away, delve into some of the stats he was talking about in attack and defense, and basically just how accurate teams were in both of those. So I think there's definitely something you can take out of it, rather than, our go-to that the Crusaders will always score lots of points, and this year the Tars won't.
True. That's my bread and butter. But so you were taking some notes throughout the pod then. That's good. And look, whilst we are doing some plugs, at Draft Rugby, get after us on the socials if you aren't already. I'd be amazed if you're listening to us and you haven't followed us. I mean, come on, really. But no, particularly, please get after us on YouTube. Harry particularly goes to the effort of, we now record these on Zoom, these video chats. If we get all together in person, we record the video and put them up. So yeah, please subscribe and get after us on YouTube. Trying to grow that a little bit. And yeah. Anyway, into tonight's menu. For entree, we are going to review Draft Rugby Round 3. For main course, we're going to preview the fixtures to come in Draft Rugby Round 4. And for dessert, we're going to take a quick look at, after 3 rounds of Draft Rugby, who has impressed? Who are the newcomers that fantasy managers are just lining up to either add to their rosters or trade them into their rosters? Who are the newbies? So we'll get started.
We've got a bit of the newbies, and we've got a bit of the names you should know as well. We'll give them both a bit of credit, I think.
Fantastic. Look forward to that. All right. Well, the entree buys in Draft Rugby Round 3, the Waratahs and the Hurricanes. And we'll kick us off. We'll go through the Aussie games first, and then the Kiwi games. So for the Aussie conference, we had the First Nations round, which was really exciting. Some really cool jerseys. What did you guys think of the jerseys?
Nils?
Yeah, man, I actually really quite liked them. It was interesting. The Tars actually put out an Indigenous jersey as well, and they weren't playing. So, I mean, it was the best week for them in a long time. But yeah, maybe they need to wear that jersey more.
No, but of course, wearing his Wallabies jersey, getting in the spirit.
You can see it there, viewers. Yeah.
Sorry, new bump. Jeez, I slipped up again, boys. I can't have that. No, very good. And we talked a lot about. It was cool bringing in some of the proceedings. The smoke ceremony was very cool. Alex the Chimney Newbum, conducted his own tribute, his own special type of smoke ceremony to get involved. A little different, but
One big thing I found out that I never would have thought about. I actually really, really loved the teams walking out to the didgeridoo. It felt very much like Scotland walking out to bagpipes. I thought it was awesome.
It was pretty cool. Yeah, absolutely. I think, yeah, exactly. We just need more of this kind of stuff. But to get in and around the game. And it was also really cool looking back at some of the really the greats of the Indigenous game. Just watching Andrew Walker highlights was fantastic. You know, I mean, you could watch those all day. But
Jim Williams, and it was interesting to see. I didn't know Moorhead was actually Aboriginal as well, so it was good to see a bit of hype around that as well.
And also Moses Sorovi as well. He's part Torres Strait Islander.
Yeah, too bad Muirhead's a terrible player, but that's all right. Look, before we end the first game as well, we're definitely going to be missing a few injuries returning players. You know, we've hastily tried to chuck in what we could think of off the top of our heads, but as much as I don't like giving Harry credit, his weekly casualty ward that is very popular, still in progress. Harry's had a pretty full weekend, hence he's not joining us tonight. So anyway,
100th cap, mate. That's what he's missing. He's decided, no, I don't need 100 caps. He's faked an injury and got Newbum in here for his 11th.
Well, that's it. No, I mean, Newbum was saying 99 caps not out, and I was saying, well, look, I mean, why does it have to be not out? We just kick it
raise
out.
the finger.
That's
Get the DRS. Umpire's call is out.
Oh, good. Mate, they couldn't stop talking about the cricketers in the Kiwi conference on the weekend. Kalen Boshi came on for his debut, and he was captain of the under-20s cricket team for New Zealand, and of course Will Jordan, Geordie Barrett, very accomplished players as well. But anyway, so just stay tuned to the casualty ward. That's where you get. It'll be posted probably tomorrow, I'd say. That's where you get all your big updates on all injuries across Super Rugby AU and Super Rugby Aotearoa.